How you price your product is gonna either make or break a winning product. And this is something which is huge. I see so many people testing their product, everything is perfect, and they just mess up the price, and that is the reason why nothing works. So here we're gonna talk about exactly how you need to price your product to make things work. I've seen a lot of strategies people apply when thinking about how to price. For example, what you can do is you just price exactly like the top sellers on Amazon, or you're just gonna price exactly like your competitors, or you're just gonna 3x the amount which you're buying the product for. First of all, I have to say there's no right and wrong. And it doesn't matter what I'm gonna tell you here. In the end of the day, you're gonna be able to split test what is the best for you. But how you start out is very different than what you come to in the end. Because for example, if you see a competitor, they're brands, they're doing great, and they're basically selling a product for, let's say, $50. And you're gonna think to yourself, they're doing it for $50, it works for them. I basically cannot go wrong by just also pricing it at $50. You do that and nothing works. And the reason for that could literally be that they already are an established brand and they can get away with higher prices. So in some cases, just pricing it exactly like your competitors is bad. The other thing, which is completely wrong, is basing it on your own product price. So whatever you buy it for, just take a multiple of that and sell it for that. Complete bullshit. Because in the end of the day, people do not care for what you buy it for. They just care what they're gonna see. And if their price is gonna be bad, they truly do not care about you also having a bad price, and that's why you're pricing it too high. So keep that in mind. And now if you ask yourself, okay, but my margins are gonna be too low if I don't 3x my prices, then this means that your product is too expensive and you shouldn't sell it. Because in the end of the day, your margins are going to be determined by your product research. That's the main moment where you actually will determine that. And in the end of the day, the best margins are going to be made if you have the biggest discrepancy in the perceived value and the actual buying price for you. The perceived value is the only thing that counts. People buy because of the perceived value, not the actual value. The best products are always the ones which look super expensive, but are very, very cheap. In general, I would mimic a non-branded competitor. So the price of a non-branded competitor is the thing you should mimic. And also, I would start out a little bit too cheap than too expensive. That's always the safest way to go. In the beginning, you don't care about profits. The only thing you care about is proven concept, that people are actually buying this product. Now, if you, for example, sell your product a little bit too cheap and then work your way up in terms of margins with your average order value, with upsells, and then just raise the price gradually, you're gonna get away with that. You're basically gonna become profitable. But if you price it too high and nobody buys it from the get-go, you're gonna think that the product is dead, you should not sell it, and you're gonna move on to the next product, which might be a huge mistake because the only thing which is off is the price. Always rather go cheap than expensive. The other thing is split testing price after things started to work. Let's say you tested a product and it does work. What do you do now? Do you leave the price like it is? Do you increase the price? Do you decrease the price? Do you test it? The answer is always you need to test it. And do you need to do a lot of split testing? Because in the end of the day, you don't know what's going to be the best. If you sell the product for $30 with $0 shipping, or for $25 with $5 shipping, it might make a difference. And just because you think that an offer where it's free shipping and $30 for the product seems much better, doesn't mean that it's actually going to be better. So things which in your head might seem logical, you can start with those, but you still need to test the not logical things later on, because in the end of the day, it's not about the logic you have, but what actually does work. Even seen a lot of stores which actually started to do much better after I raised the price. When I raised the price of the product, more people started buying it because the price itself made the product's perceived value higher. This especially works with jewelry, for example. With jewelry, the perceived value is determined by the price. So the price actually stands for the quality in a lot of the cases. And this is one example where I might start with a little bit of a higher price and then work my way down if it doesn't work, versus the other way around. But for starters, the first things you do is just price plus $5, minus $5, plus $10, plus $15. You just try a broad range of prices, and maybe you're gonna discover that for $10 more, everything works much better. So you do that until you figure out what the top price is, and let's say the best price is $34.95. Now what you need to do is you need to try $35.95 and $33.95, $36.95, $32.95, and you just do those $1 differences, which will make a huge impact on your business on a higher scale, because you have no idea what one extra dollar means. If you're literally having hundreds of orders per day, that's a big difference, because that's pure profit. Also, one general thing which goes for pricing is prices are always invented. Whenever you buy something, it's not a real price. Whatever you buy, it's not a real number. It literally does not matter what the production cost is. Because in the end of the day, if you offer food to a starving person, they're gonna give you their house. And people determine the price with the perceived value they're getting from the product. Here it's important to mention the perceived value of the product, not the actual value, because the perceived value is subjective. For some person, food is worth a lot, and for another one, it's worth nothing. A person who wants to lose weight literally pays personal trainers to have a diet where they eat less, meaning that they spend money to get less food. And just keep this in mind. And also think about the same thing here, because if you hit the right audience with a great offer, it's gonna make a huge impact. For example, if you're selling cat products and you find a group of cat ladies who just adore their cat and love their cat more than everybody in the world, they're gonna see the product you're selling as much more valuable to them than a person who doesn't give a fuck about their cat. And the price you have is just representative of that. Obviously, pricing by itself is not gonna make your business, but can break your business. So it's very important to get that right. But to actually get profitable over a long period of time with multiple products, you need to have everything down. You need to understand what a good product is, what a good ad is, what a good store is, what a good offer is, how to run the ads properly, how to analyze the metrics, when to kill a product, when to scale a product, when to split test what, and what to base your decisions on. If you want to find out all of that, you can click the link below and sign up for a call with me, where we're going to find out if you are actually a good fit for our program. If we think you are, we're going to start working together in a program where we're just going to guide you through the entire process of dropshipping. If you're interested, click the link below and talk to you there.